Unless you happen to be just plain lucky, you're probably getting prescribed something in your lifetime. It could be one medication, or you might need a pill calendar. In any case, you'll have to deal with a pharmacy or multiple pharmacies. Your doctor is passing the ball and setting you up for success, whether that be through a treatment plan, medication regimen, or some combination thereof. Hearing today's episode will help you deal with the local pharmacies and pharmacists to ensure you get in the end zone for your healthcare. Your well-being should be about thriving instead of surviving. It's about time to empower yourself and navigate our healthcare system with ease. My name is Rishi and this is the show, Friendly Neighborhood Patient. Getting medicine isn't quite like fast food, but patients can make the process smoother by knowing what kinds of pharmacies are out there, as well as some basic tips the doctor may not always tell you but should. These days, your doctor sends your prescription to a given pharmacy via email or electronic medical record. More old-school providers call medicines in by phone, or in fewer cases still, give you a signed piece of paper for the pharmacist. Regardless of how they're called in, prescriptions should all go to one place if possible. This isn't just for convenience. If one or two pharmacies handle all your medications, it takes less staff to figure out if there are drug interactions or contraindications. All doctors ask for your medications, but not all doctors talk to each other constantly about mutual patients. Physicians do care about drug interactions, but they may not have connected the dots with every provider you see. A pharmacist can look at all your meds in one place. This professional makes sure your combo of medications won't create a sudden issue like excess bleeding or hypertension. Pharmacies themselves can vary in purpose even within the same zip code. Most pharmacies in your town are of the retail variety. Think CVS, Walgreens, or your local supermarket pharmacy. These places fill the one-stop shop role pretty well. Some clinics and hospitals have their own pharmacies or dedicated staff administering your meds. Just like how doctors pick a discipline in dermatology or cardiology, there are specialty pharmacies focusing on advanced and high-risk medications. And with the benefit of technology, patients can order a ton of drugs with exclusively online pharmacies. To give a little perspective, the overall pharmacy market is projected to climb a little under 5% a year through 2030 to a market value of $1.6 trillion. A behemoth like CVS creates revenue in the hundreds of billions. The majority of that growth is thanks to pharmacists embracing electronic medical records and e-commerce solutions. It's clear that patients want more digitization of their meds. Wouldn't it be convenient if you could get your diabetes meds automatically refilled every 90 days? And if there is a problem with your current treatment and some new life change or medication, wouldn't it be helpful if you or your care team got a notification of a possible issue? Amazon's clearly interested. They bought PillPack back in 2018 and recently announced their purchase of One Medical to consolidate more virtual healthcare for their employees and other employers. It's not just technology shepherding drugstores into the 21st century. Pharmacists themselves play a larger role in your care team. They're not just pill or vaccine machines anymore. Pharmacists can help you streamline refill timing, especially when you have a lot of meds. Some wellness clinics within a retail setup have their pharmacists available for chronic issue consults. Cost issues come up all the time as well. Pharmacists can suggest an alternative generic drug at a lower price if needed. Ask for the cash price to see if that's a better deal than using your insurance. The staff may also contact your provider for possible options or questions. Some pharmacists are diligent enough to handle these responsibilities unassisted, but patients should go out of the way to ask for help when necessary. If your doctor prescribes a skin cream that costs $500 after insurance coverage, or lack thereof, ask if there's another choice. You won't know otherwise. The worst thing that can happen is you just hear no. What you can do to make the pharmacist's job easier is to connect the dots of your care. Of all the things your pharmacist needs updated, your current medication list, address, insurance, and recent life and work changes should top the list. A physician might not tell you what to do if you miss a dose or how to store a given drug. Pharmacists tie up those loose ends and more before they become a serious issue. The FDA publishes a longer set of tips, which I'll link on my page at rishinagala.substack.com. Before you even step foot in a pharmacy, it's smart to double-check your medication benefits. Definitely follow your doctor's advice, but you deserve to know if you're going to pick up a large tab along with those meds. Every health plan, even within the same company, is far too different. Call the number on the back of your insurance card if you need to. Getting clarity on your coverage is usually worth the wait, barring an emergency. Sites like GoodRx.com can also help with getting cash discounts and estimates for many common drugs. Cost is the first reason why patients don't fill their prescriptions. According to IQVIA's Institute for Human Data Science, drug abandonment is 5% when there's no out-of-pocket cost, 45% at prices above $125, and 60% at prices exceeding $500. Drug negotiations, copay caps, and price transparency rules shuffle this decision-making further. Even if the price tag checks out, patients might not fill a medication anyway. Forgetting a dose, mistiming the drugs, or complete non-adherence can still happen. We are human beings after all. The story of the horse in the water strikes again. Your pharmacist and doctor can set you up perfectly, but you have to close the loop they opened by filling the medication or medications and following instructions, or going another route and being decisive in doing so. Wasting a filled medication is a drag on the medical system. A lack of drug adherence now may lead to a worse and costlier problem later. Health plans have an incentive to protect their bottom lines and prevent the latter problem. Such companies can harness vast data behind prescription behavior, meaning medications that were filled, unfilled, refilled, etc., to anticipate drug therapy problems, or DTPs. The tech company Adhere Health, tracking medication trends, estimates that basic adjustments to insurer formularies accounting for DTPs would save $167 per member per year. Profits may be just retained by the business, though, and not passed back to customers, but that's a conversation deserving of a separate episode. Less strain on the pharmacy system is a win-win for everyone. The doctor wrote the script, the pharmacist pulled the drug, and now you have the medication in hand. What's left? Before you leave the pharmacy, double-check the box or bottle itself, the dose, your info, refill number, and the pharmacist's contact info. If using an online pharmacy, check if that company ships to your home state and look for any VIPPS seal from a national pharmacy board on a given website. If you're approaching the end of a treatment course, don't wait to ask for more the moment you run out. Call the pharmacy ahead of time to check on refills and have them send a renewal request to your doctor if necessary. The pharmacy may need some time to check in with your provider and/or insurance company. Develop a relationship with your pharmacist. If that professional stays in the loop for all your medications and insurance coverage, you'll prevent health issues and our medical system will do more work for you. Experienced pharmacists deserve respect for keeping up with countless drugs and rules, especially given everything that's happened since COVID began. Nearly every medical professional legally has to keep up with their own craft in some way. Your doctor is no exception. The next pod will break down how providers continue their training, as well as show you the way to find and see a board-certified doctor. Stay tuned and subscribe to Friendly Neighborhood Patient for all the big picture and small picture healthcare topics. I'll catch you in the next episode.